Alrighty, hello everybody, and we are right now going to do phase 3 of the Profit Taker heist bounties. I want to take a few minutes in the beginning of this video to discuss a few things in regards to this upcoming battle, and some of these things are going to be relevant for phase 4, uh, which is why I wanted to take a few minutes to explain them right now. We're going to take a look at my build. I'm taking Mesa. Um, there's probably better frames to take other than Mesa. But Mesa's really good, and it's surprisingly good enough for me for this phase. Um, and the reason for that is we'll take a look at her abilities. Her second ability, Shooting Gallery, will jam enemy guns. So there's going to be a lot of smaller enemies that are going to be running around, and so this is just a little bit added defense, which is great. The third ability, Shatter Shield, I have 95% damage reduction, which is also really great for the whole process. Now, there's pretty much two stages to this phase. The one is you infiltrate the enrichment labs, and then you hack a panel, and then you got to haul ass to objective B and activate that, and that's the first phase. The second phase will, after you've done the first part, the second stage-ish or whatever, will get the Profit Taker off of her perch, and she'll come down and she'll fight you. Now, while that fight is happening, there's going to be a bunch of smaller enemies, and this is why the Shooting Gallery actually is quite helpful, and obviously Shatter Shield. I'm bringing my Tiburon Prime and my Aximati Prime just because I've got powerful builds on them. Bring your toughest weapons. But one thing you want to do for sure is have at least a different damage type on each weapon. They both do impact, puncture, and slash damage, which is great. My Tiburon, however, I built for a magnetic damage, and my Aximati I built for radiation damage. Now, why is this relevant? Because when the Profit Taker comes off of her perch and she starts to fight you, she's going to be shielded, and the only way to do damage to the shields is by hitting her with a very specific damage type. And you'll know what that damage type is by the yellow hologram that appears above her face, and it'll be the symbol of some damage type, and you got to match that with one of your weapons. Now, by having at least one different damage type from each weapon, it increases your damage output. So if the magnetic symbol appears, my Tiburon's at the ready. If radiation symbol appears, my Aximati is at the ready. And impact, puncture, or slash, either one will be fine. I'm not really going to worry too much about my melee, but I brought the Paracesis to explain a couple things. One is, in regards to this specific damage type, I got a corrosive build on my Paracesis. If you don't have the damage type that is being shown above her face, then you can't do any damage to her. And rather than just wait for her to naturally cycle through the symbols, you can force the rotation by either using your operator powers, void dashing into her, hitting her with a void blast, and that will force the rotation, and she'll like glow really bright. She'll flash really bright blue. Or you could hit her with the Paracesis if it's rank 40. You just need to hit her once, and it'll force the rotation. I'm not really going to use that all, probably because it's just she's big and it's hard to melee her. So I'm rocking the Zenuric focus tree. You could use the Aniru, get that extra armor, or maybe some health regeneration with Zarin, or more damage output with Madurai. But I'm just taking Zenuric just because, I don't know, in case I need some energy while I'm there, and then I can use my Void Dash. I believe I've pretty much covered what I needed to cover in the beginning. The reason this is relevant to Phase 4 is because this cycling through her damage types is relevant for Phase 4, because that's what you got to do in Phase 4. Now, here we go. We're going to go and accept the mission. Sorry for the long-winded explanation in the beginning. You might also want to get a speedy frame, because the first part is going to require some speedy parkouring skills, and hopefully I don't screw this up. I'm going to skip this dialogue and head to the elevator. So I don't have any speedy mods on my Mesa. What I do have is the... Oh, I forgot to show that in my build, but if you saw in my Eggless mod slot, I had Synth Reflex, which increased my holstering speed or weapon swapping speed by 100%. So it allows me to switch between my Tiburon and Aximati faster. And I had Growing Power on. I wanted to put Speed Drift on there, or well, no, Speed Drift or the Speed Aura mod, but I didn't. So I'm gonna have to do some void dashing skills here in order to get to objective B. You've got a small window. It's way easier with at least 2 people, but there is a window of opportunity to do this solo. So here we go. Gonna drop a couple void, or not void, energy pads. Give myself some energy, so I don't have to worry about it. And there we go. I don't really need to give my Arcwing any energy. Now we're gonna fly over here to this objective, and back here is gonna be a vent. It's gonna prompt you with the square button. Hit it, and then you come down here. There's going to be one MOA. Oh, well, there usually is a MOA. And now we're going to wait for the objective to pop up. I'm actually going to kill those dudes first. Now I got to hack that. It's going to fail. And you just got to wait for the dialogue. Well, there we go. I guess there's no dialogue coming. Anyhow, when the objective markers pop up, just hack this again. And now you got 45 seconds to get to objective B. You're gonna not want to hit those lasers because it will knock you down and cause you more time. I'm just gonna void dash up there. And maybe I can void dash up there. There we go. Go through this door. Void dash to that door. Hop out here. Void dash all the way over here. And I got 10 seconds to get to B. Ta-da! Boom, that's done. Gonna kill these enemies. That worked out actually quite perfectly. The Prophet Taker orb, I love the dialogue. It is so creepy and sinister. I just love it. It's awesome. Now she's gonna get hit by his missiles or whatever, mortar charges, and now she's gonna come down, and you just gotta wait for her. She's all blue. Her hologram hasn't popped up yet. And we're just waiting for that. And I'm pretty much mostly going to ignore most of the enemies down here. I'm going to be focusing most of my attention on her. Now, it hasn't popped up yet. Just got to wait for the dialogue and her attacks. There we go. Now, you can see that the electric symbol above her head. So only electricity damage is going to hurt her. But if I void dash, she flashes blue. And now it's slash. So I can use my Tiburon. Or my Aximatis. They're actually better at the slash. And you damage her. You'll notice on the left side of the screen there's a data gathered. That's what the Biz is doing. He's gathering data, and so you just got to keep fighting her until that. But you have to keep doing damage to her in order for that to go up. Now it's blast damage, so I don't have blast build. I'm going to void dash into her. Impact, so I'm going to switch back to my Tiburon. Going to activate shooting gallery to keep some of those bullets off of me. Activate my third ability. Give myself some tanky stuff. And you just keep doing damage to her until it cycles. Now it is viral, so I'm gonna void dash. That didn't work, but I'm gonna try and void dash into her. Or I'm gonna hit her with the void blast. There we go. Corrosive, don't have it. Puncture, there we go. That'll work. My Tiburon does more puncture damage than my Aximati, so I'm just gonna stick with this. Oh, I'm gonna activate my abilities. Also, shooting gallery gives me more damage. A little bit more damage. I've also rocking a full set of Arcane Nullifier. A lot of the enemies sometimes do magnetic damage, and she also does magnetic damage. And Nullifier protects me from that. Gotta switch that up. What is it? Okay. There we go, radiation. So I'm gonna switch to my Axmatis because those have radiation. Okay, you do enough damage, she'll cycle through it herself. That's heat. That's not gonna work for me. There we go. I'm gonna get in front of her face. Activate shooting gallery again. Hey, I don't know what damage type you are. Magnetic. Switch to my Tiburon. There. Now it's cold. That forced rotation didn't work. I'm gonna hit her with Void Blast. Okay. Activate. Oh shit. I gotta activate my abilities. And slash damage. I'm gonna switch to my Axmatis. Yeah. I don't like that spot. Turn around. Okay. Blast damage. Don't have that. I'm gonna try and force it with the Void Blast. There we go. Impact. Actually, yeah, my Tiburon's better for the impact. Activate my abilities because they ran out. I'm also rocking a full set of Arcane Guardian to help me with to make my Mesa here tankier. Okay, that's done. So now I gotta try and get out of here. Get the fuck out of here. There. And things are happening. There. That's done.
Everyone, we've got all we need. The time is now.
Now you just hit back to Fortuna.
Fortuna and arm up. It's time to finish your
And I got repeller systems. That's a 5% drop chance if I am correct. And that's phase 3. Once you do it a few times and you practice, it's pretty simple. It's pretty easy. I find that the hardest part is going from objective A to objective B and fast enough. I always have a few seconds left, and so that. The way to fight her shields like that is the exact same way you're going to be fighting her in phase 4, but there are elements after that in phase 4. Once you get her shields down, then you got to attack her legs, and the only way to damage her legs is with the Arcwing gun. And in regards to rewards for that phase, you get 100% chance to receive the Gravimag. And the Gravimag you equip in your... Well, I should explain this a little bit better. Your Gravimag, you will go into your arsenal, and you will go under vehicles, and you will go to your arc gun. And then as you would put a Orokin Catalyst on it, where there's... If you already have an Orokin Catalyst on it, then we'll say put a Gravimag on there. You then equip the Gravimag. that will allow you to then equip your arc gun in your gear wheel, so then you can use it in battle. There's more to it than that, but I don't want this video to get any longer. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to be doing this quite a bit because I want to get the arc gun mod Sabo rounds, and seeing as how it has less than a 2% chance for it to drop, I'm going to be doing this quite a while. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I wish you a wonderful day.